Why is it important to keep Nabi? You know, for me, I think it's very much important to keep Nabi. He went to Tanzania. He went to Tanzania in younger and succeeded. He went to Morocco and did very well. At Morocco. Finished the second. Finished the final in one of their cups that side. And my reasons are, man, Nabi is coming to a team where there's less of quality, in terms of players, in terms of the direction in the boardroom, the signings that were happening in the past until now, there was no much of a positive sign. So after, coming to Kaizer Chiefs, this year, early this year, and trying to make up changes, in the team, trying to sign, good players. And some of the players that are there, it seems like Nabi didn't have a voice or didn't have a sole, decision to say, okay, I'm going with this player. And my worry is if he doesn't have a full control in terms of the signings, even if we can give him 5 years, we will be in this, exact point. And my thing is, after so many years, 10 years without any positive sign, you think a coach or his caliber can come and perform miracles. Firstly, I think in terms of Kaizer Chiefs as a whole, holistically, the thing Kaizer Chiefs for me have done it right in so many years is the development. So much of positives, outlook you can, take away from Kaizer Chiefs in terms of the development structure. I think they're still getting it right in that development. My worry is selling young players to oppositions like Mamelodi Sundowns. They don't have to sell academy, product to Mamelodi Sundowns. You have to still develop these players to go and play at least in a first team. If not, they should be sold abroad. But in that aspect, I'll give them a tick, a huge tick, and 100%. They've been good and been smart about the development since I think the exception, until now. It's evident. But the only thing is, these players coming from the academy, they don't find the right structure at the top, at the first team, and it becomes a problem where you say other players who come through the ranks of Kaizer Chiefs are not good enough, are not quality enough. But in hindsight, if you check, there's a positive of these players coming from development. Patu, Mfundo Vilagazi, Chabalala, Kosipile Ngco, Mashian, who I think, the team hasn't really been faithful to him. I think at that phase where we didn't sign players, we had the FIFA ban. I think Mashian was one of the toppest, players. And I think Gavin Hunt, really, knew how to unlock his potential even more. He was our key player in scoring goals and assisting. And I think he's a player, if I think maybe he's been punished of what happened in Morocco 2021 final against Egypt, I think they should have, forgive the boy, and move on and play him. He's 25 now. He's going to turn 26 next year. And if we are not, really out, to say, okay, we have to select him to play games. We really have to let him go and let him to go and discover his form somewhere else, discover his confidence, discover his career somewhere else. And I think he's one of the players who I think Kaizer Chiefs really didn't back up enough. And there's players like Kosimpile Ngobo who come from development also. I think who was a good addition in that first team. Also key point in that ban at Kaizer Chiefs. There's players like Blom, there's players in Gizan who went to Romania, who I think is doing very good that side. Whether other people are saying the league is swag and whatever, that's not the case. Is the player development here is in the right direction. Is also getting Mafana call up. So, but Nabi need to stick around to have that combination. You sign him quality at the top, and the development also comes through through the years, and that channel doesn't need any disruption in between. And that channel needs a first team that has quality, so these players coming from the development can ascend the stage where I think they will shine properly and will complement the players at the first team very well. And right now that's not happening, and it's been and an unfortunate years and of development to those players coming from the ranks and not really seeing the potential at the first team. So we need to sign players for Nabi. We need really good players for Nabi and really judge him from that. Really judge him from his identity, what he wants to apply alongside his technical team. There's Cedric Kazu. They're coming, in a month, last month or two, and there's a positive sign if you look at Kaizer Chiefs, and obviously we are conceding goals, also we are scoring goals, and that tells you about the quality we don't have in terms of the holistically in the squad. So if we really sign, positive players and positive players with great energy and quality that are really, up to play for the bet, that are really want to see, themselves first as an athlete, as a soccer players to achieve greater things, to go and challenge for the cups, to go challenge for a league. And I think if we get, those type of players of that mentality, I think Kaizer Chiefs can be very far. And if Nabi is given time, if Nabi, is given, a little bit more of support from the technical, from the staff, from the management of Kaizer Chiefs, and I think he'll do very well. I think he assembled good, technical team. They won, they have greater success in different teams, and you can say PSL it's a different ball game, and I understand it's a different ball game. Many came here and failed, you know, and maybe doesn't speak of they're not good enough. But this league is challenging. It needs a toughness, and it needs a personality with good mentality. And I think Nabi got the good mentality alongside with his technical team. So yeah, I think if we give Nabi a time, we'll get in the right direction. Thank you for joining me. This has been High Press TV.